Hey Simmers, welcome to my channel. This video is about how to have functional hotels in your game in The Sims 4. Sorry console players, this is not for you. This is for the PC players because this does require a mod. So the mod I am talking about today is the Paradise Hotel mod by Grumpy. So I'm going to give my review of this mod, show you how to set it up, and go through a little gameplay. But before I do, let me go ahead and get the formalities out of the way. If you enjoy this video or find it useful, please go ahead and hit that like button. And for future content, please subscribe to my channel. So I have been searching for a hotel mod for a while, and I've actually tried a few, but this is the one. So this was the best one that I have seen so far, and I will tell you what I love about the mod and what I don't love about the mod. And remember, I am reviewing the free version because there is a Patreon version that has a few more features, and I will go over what those features are, but I'm here for the people and I don't get shit for free. So I am reviewing the free version. At the time that I'm making this video, the next upcoming pack is the For Rent pack. And a lot of people thought before we knew what the pack was that we might get a resort or hotel or travel pack or something like that. We didn't get that. We are getting For Rent, which I'm excited about. But in the meantime, you can have hotels through mods, especially this mod. So I thought what better couple to use to play through this than my two Sims on the screen, Kalama and Rakim. You may have seen the Sims in some of my other videos, and they have a very tumultuous relationship. So it's very hard for me to keep their romance in the pink and their friendship green even. But anyway, they live in these townhouses with Rakim's brother Devontae and his girlfriend Lacey. And there's also some townhouses across the street. I can't wait to actually make these townhouses function, because right now I just have roommates in the townhouses and I use door locks to keep them in their unit. But I bet you have to do something goofy like move people out and back in, because you know that's the Sims, and that's how we're gonna have to do it. But I'm really excited about the For Rent pack. So anyway, Kalama is home from work and she's hungry, so she's gonna get her a piece of white cake, because there's always white cake. You know, there is always white cake in the house. So she's ready to get comfortable and just chill this weekend, but little does she know that her man plans to take her on a little mini getaway and surprise her. So he's like, hey boo, I really appreciate you. I want to get away from it all and just spend some time with just me and you. So let's do this little romantic getaway. So he is going to take her to the Del Sol Hotel in Del Sol. So these two really have issues with flirting. I mean, they're engaged, but both of them love to flirt and then get jealous, and they just get angry and keep falling in and out of love. So we're going to see how they do in this type of environment. There are a lot of other Sims to flirt with at the hotel, so we're going to see if they can actually focus on each other and keep their romance in the pink and maybe bond a little bit more on a friendship level. So if you are not into building, there are some of these lots available on the gallery, and there are some build buy requirements for this. I'm going to get into that in a little bit too, but while my Sims are checking out the premises, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get this mod. So this mod is available on Patreon, both the free version and the version that's behind the paywall. I will link to Grumpy's Patreon page in the description, but just to show you what's different, on the Patreon version, you do get some employees to spawn, like a swimmer spawn, caterer spawn, gym trainer, comedian, and a mixologist, which I'm not worried about because I'm actually using the auto employees mod to spawn employees. So I'm gonna spawn employees regardless. The other thing that you get with the Patreon version that is behind the paywall is a phone app. So this phone app will appear on your phone menu, and you can order room service and other things from the phone app if you get the Patreon version. But again, I'm not worried about it because the auto employees mod is actually working on this lot, and we do have employees spawning, and the maid is part of both versions, so there are maids. There's also a hotel build that is included with the Patreon version that is not included with the free version. However, there are some available on the gallery. So once you have this mod installed, you also need XML Injector and also either Zerbu's or Basemental venue list. I'm using Basemental's venue list because I use Basemental. But anyway, once you have that installed, you will see the lot type Paradise Hotel show up on the gallery, and you want to check the box that says include custom content because this mod does require some custom content and build by to make this work. I'm also going to share the build that I am featuring in this video on the gallery, so it will be under my gallery ID 617sim, and you want to search for the lot type Paradise Hotels and also check the box to allow custom content. Otherwise, if you don't, you may not see it because I get that quite a bit. Anytime you're using a mod and there's a certain lot type, you're probably going to have some custom content. So check that box when searching. All right, let's talk lot traits and build by items. So just on this particular lot, I have the bouncer trait. I think that comes from Basemental. Also have fast internet because who doesn't want fast internet at their hotel, and also romantic aura because I just wanted my Sims to be able to take a little romantic getaway. And I also have the lot challenges. The auto spawn employee mod is installed, so I put employees professional, which is exactly how I have employees such as the bartender you see in the background spawning on this lot. Whether you are placing a lot or building a lot, there are requirements that you have to meet in build by. So certain objects are required to be on this lot in order for it to function properly. So you do need a desk bell so that your Sims can book their suite. You need a reception desk chair so the receptionist knows where to sit, along with a front desk computer. And the way that the Sims know how to enter the room that they book is by the door. So if you look at the required items, you do need an Eden suite, a Carlisle suite, and a Royal Penthouse suite door. You can also place MPC hotel guest doors, which are optional, and I am actually using them. I actually have 4 MPC rooms on this lot. Now, I was a little afraid that this was gonna overwhelm my game a little bit, but it actually has not. I mean, there's a lot of Sims on this lot, and I wanted a lot of NPCs on here because I wanted the Sims to have a lot of Sims to socialize with or things to do. So far it's working pretty well. So if you're going to build your own hotel, you do want to make sure that you don't have multiple entry points to a room from the outside, because the Sims, again, they do know how to enter the room that they booked and they're given access through the door. So you do want to make sure that there's only one way to enter these rooms. So you also get these little signs, which I really like. They're really cute, but you can put them above the room doors so that the Sim, or so that you as the human know which door the Sims need to enter. So just to show you how I use those, these are the doors. So that's the Carlisle door. That was the Eden door you saw before that. And this is the Royal Penthouse door. So this is how your Sims know what door to enter. And you also have your NPC only doors, which is how NPCs know where to go. And they do sleep in there and use the facilities, which I thought was really cool. So the NPCs actually do spawn and show up on the lot and use the facilities. So my Sims are now ready to book a suite. So we're going to click on the hotel desk bell and book a suite together. So this has to be done individually for each Sim in order for them to have access to the suite. It doesn't allow you, at least on this version, to book a suite for multiple Sims. So they're going to go ahead and book the Carlisle suite, which is in the middle. Each level is different here. So the Eden suite is the cheapest. The Royal Penthouse is the most expensive. So they have booked the Carlisle suite. They're going to book for 2 nights. Since it's Friday, they're going to stay through Sunday. Access to their suite, and they're going to get a little moodlet, basically letting them know how long they have access. So it is time for them. Oh, okay. So the receptionist wants to show up. I mean, she wasn't at the desk when they needed help, but here she comes now. But they're not going to let that bother them. They're going to have a good time and go get some, just go kick it a little bit. Or will they? Because now they're already getting into it. So Kalama has an issue with a particularly spirited sim, which is actually Rakim. She's mad because he has a lust for life. Like, really? No, I'm not going to allow you to dislike that. So now he thinks she's boring because she's a homebody. So this is what happens with these two all the time. You see now their friendship bar is red. So they got into a little spat. They're always having these problems. Like, just pause for a second. We're going to go ahead and try to get them to have some drinks and bond again and become friends again, because this doesn't even make any sense. So she's boring him, and he's too spirited, I guess. But meanwhile, she's flirty. So we're going to go to the bar and have a drink, and we're just going to splurge. So let's go ahead and get that lotta colada and see if we can get this night turned around and just have a good time, because this doesn't even make any sense. Like, this is hard work trying to keep these two together and satisfied. So they are kicking it through the night. I'm not going to show you every interaction in detail, but let's just say they were getting along a little bit better through the end of the night, despite the flirtation. Because I don't know if she's flirting with him or she's flirting with Gavin Richards at the end of the bar. But regardless, they bonded a little bit more. They Netflixed and chilled. They woohoo. They stayed up all night, and they had a really good time in the hotel. So they're having fun. They socialize. You know, her face is red because she's just in a constant state of being flirty. And Rakim is looking a little bit bored. You know, this is Kalama's thing, because remember, she's the homebody, so she's cool with the Netflix and chilling, but he might have a little bit of a problem, be getting a little bit bored with this. But we'll see how this plays out. Now they pretty much stayed up all night. She's still flirty. They had some good woohoo, and she's in a great mood. But let me show you guys what happens here. So she's sobering up from drinking. She's feeling wounded, hurt from someone nearby, which is probably Rakim. And she thought the movie was boring. She's also on a birth control pill. But anyway, to show how you have access to a suite, you can tell right here. So basically it said you have 2 days of the Carlisle suite. And also the little stars next to it indicate that she still has access to the suite. So that's how we know that they have access. And once that runs out, they don't automatically get kicked out of the room. They just can't enter it anymore if they do go on the other side of the door. One of the things that I did not love about this mod was that you cannot assign beds. So I kept trying. I clicked on the bed and I attempted to assign the bed. So it says that I'm assigning the bed, but nothing happens. So your sim really does not know that they can go sleep in this bed, and that was kind of annoying. So basically, when your sim gets tired, they either go find a bench, a chair, any old spot and go lay down, or they just keep making cups of coffee because they don't know that they have a bed. So to me, that was something that needs to be fixed or added to this mod, just so that the sims know where to go rest. Because I use autonomy a lot. And I play with the walls up. That has nothing to do with anything, but clearly I just like the walls to show in my game. If you haven't noticed, it might be annoying to some, but I like the background. But anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. That's neither here nor there. But I do like autonomy. So I like my sims to be able to just get in the bed. I don't want to have to click on the bed and say sleep all the time, but that's what you have to do, because otherwise your sim is going to find some weird, awkward spot to sleep. So if you're going to use the free version of this mod, I highly recommend using the auto employee mod with it. So this is how I am able to spawn certain employees on the slot. So with the free version, as I mentioned earlier, you don't get certain employees to spawn. But if you use the auto employee mod, you will get employees to spawn. And I did make a video on it, so check it out if you want more information. But it is the reason that you see the barista, the bartenders, or the entertainers on this lot. So to me, it is a must-have mod, but check out the video for more information. As far as Kalama and Rakim go, they really enjoyed their stay in the hotel. They were pampered. They got to spend a lot of time with each other. They got to interact with other sims. You know, they went to the little nightclub area. They drank, they woohooed, and then they no longer had access to their suite. So this is what happens when you lose access. You get that little pop-up, And if you're on the other side of that door, you don't get to go back in. But they did book another night. So this time Rakim splurged for his queen. He wanted to spend the night in the penthouse. So he booked this penthouse suite for another night. And Rakim and Kalama had a really good time. And they did increase their relationship, their friendship, and their romance. So as far as this mod goes, I really did enjoy it. It has a couple of things that it could improve on, but I love this mod. I think it's a really great, and I do appreciate Grumpy for creating this mod. Again, the link will be in the description, and thank you so much for watching.
Ah, yeah.